on your page.
Yeah, it didn't work. Give it a second. Okay, now we should be live. I'm going to put the timer back on. Okay, so Devin says we're live, so very helpful. Thank you, Devin.
Oh, there he is. It popped up on my side. I see it now. Hello, Devin.
It's a little bit delayed.
It's like on
Good
Facebook.
morning to
Good
Rosalind,
morning, Rosalind,
who is a new subscriber to my channel. So,
good morning. Genevieve likes to wake me up way earlier because it's an hour later in her time than my time. She also likes to send me wake up texts at the crack of dawn.
You're the one who wanted to get up early to write.
I mean, it sounded good in theory, you know? I got to start getting up earlier if I'm going to be going to work, too.
Yeah. And it is definitely very delayed. My internet is not working very good, so I apologize to everybody, but hopefully it fixes itself. And there's a cat tail in the video.
Good morning, Mischief. I see it.
Okay, so while we wait for people to kind of introduce yourself and talk about what you're doing.
I am Lynn Howard. I'm a paranormal romance author of, what did we say, like 30-something books? But it's under 3 different pen names.
I've lost track now.
Yeah, I don't even know anymore. I'm the author of the Big River Pack series, Blackwater Clan series, Ravenwood Pride series, Morse Pack series, Immortally Yours series, A Shift in Priority, Her Heart to Mend, the Department of Demon Elimination series. I've been a busy woman, especially the past 2 years. What was it, 18 books in the past 2 years?
Well, yeah, with your most recent release, yeah, it got up to 18.
Yep. I like to write. And I can answer questions.
And what are you working on for Nano?
For Nano, it is, we have gotten out of the Cedar Hill shifters. I had to get out of that world for a minute and cleanse my palate, if you will. We're doing a vampire book this time. I haven't done a vampire book. It's been a while since the last vampire book, like strictly vampires, not just popping into the shifters world. It's slightly darker, but it's still going to have the humor and the sexiness and all that good stuff. I have no title yet. This one's looking to be a little bit longer than my normal.
I was thinking about that yesterday, actually.
The title?
For some reason, titles caught into my head last night, and I was realizing you didn't have one, so we may have to do brainstorming.
Well, as it's coming through, you know, that's how we usually do it.
Yeah. And for anybody watching, Lynn's link to her YouTube channel is in the description for anybody that wants to go subscribe.
I also have a podcast called The Hot Mess Writer's Life, Help for the Indie Author. I tell you all the shit.
You can put that link in the comments if you want to.
Where's the comments?
If you want to put that link in the comments for people to see it.
Oh, hey, I found the comments. It doesn't show that I can post in the comments.
It doesn't let you? Okay. For anybody who's interested in Lynn's podcast, I will post the link when we're finished. in the description so you can see it. Bear with me here. I'm just trying to get out the word that we're live.
On my YouTube channel, I do some writing craft, advice, tips, and then I love to do vlogs because I love to watch vlogs. So I do a lot of day in the life, week in the life of a busy ass author. Also a disabled author. I have vestibular migraines, so I don't tend to drive very much. I could drive for like 2 or 3 minutes at a time. And my podcast is similar. It's focused on indie authors. So if you've ever thought about it or are on your journey, a newbie, a baby author, and you have questions, that's the place to go. Eventually we will have some interviews, including with the beautiful Genevieve. So yeah, Genevieve's my bestie and likes to wake me up too early. Throwing you under the bus, Jen.
All right, so I posted on both of our Instagrams, so we should be getting some people coming in.
Thank you.
So for those who are actually watching at the moment, let us know what you're working on today. And for us, we're here to...
How come the links don't work on Instagram?
Oh.
I was trying to grab the link and it kind of would not let me.
Come on. I don't know. I think or something.
Maybe I broke it. I break technology. Why can't I see it live on here? On your page? Why can't I see that? Devin, how do I find that? You don't drive at all? Similar issues? Oh, okay. So I found my people. Rosalind and Devin both. I have to be toted around. I hate it. Oh, I found it. I found it. Oh, it is delayed. Oh, yeah. Brain fog. It just.
Okay. Am I back?
Yeah. You're back now. Yeah, the brain fog, Rosalind.
I'm back. You can hear me and see me? Okay.
Move your hand. There you go. I see you moving. I can hear you, yes, but I see you moving periodically.
Okay, good. If I can do this. I suck at taking selfies, so smile. You're frozen. Hold on a second. Okay, here we go.
Am I making a silly face too?
All right.
As you can tell, we're learning how to do this.
Sure. Hello, Cherry Panda.
Oh, girl,
well,
I'm premenopausal.
It's mostly my internet that's the problem. There we go. Okay, currently doing mood boards because Period decided that today was a perfect... Yeah, it always does that.
Yeah, and I'm premenopausal, so I feel you. And Devin, OMG. I don't blame you, dude.
Oof. Yeah, I wouldn't drive after that either.
That's the thing,
Glad
too.
you're okay.
Even on the days that I feel okay, my anxiety is so high that sometimes I just can't because I have a panic attack. Stupid. What's everybody working on, though? Mood board is one.
Here.
Oh, Lord have mercy.
Come on. You know, I really hate living in this apartment some days.
Girl, I live in the boondocks, and I don't have that many issues. I have a sore throat, though. I've had a sore throat for 2 days. I keep checking my temperature just
Probably
to make
just
sure.
your allergies.
Well, that's what I'm hoping, or maybe my CPAP. The air getting in there. Rosalind,
Next time we
reset
do
your
this, you might have to
workspace.
host because this is just.
You cutting out real bad? I think they're seeing us okay. I don't know. Are you guys seeing us okay, or is it freezing a lot? And Rosalind, I'd love to hear about your workspace. Is it an actual office?
It's not
or
even letting me.
It's not letting you what?
It's not letting me even bring up. It's driving me crazy. We may have to go without a timer. Maybe I'll just put it on the thing on the bottom because it's just not letting me bring up another window. Which stinks because the timers are so much fun.
So Rosalind says you're freezing a lot, but I'm not.
Yeah,
Can you go
well, it's my internet, so
you,
that makes sense.
can you go somewhere else next time, like a Barnes and Noble or something? Or your car? Or
well, my car is gonna it's gonna be Wi-Fi anyway. So, and it's it's on my desktop that I use it. So the thing is, it drives me crazy because my internet works fine when I work, but when I want to do something, it all of a sudden has to act up.
Kind of like every single attempt we've ever made at doing a live.
It's so annoying, and I know it's because of this apartment because the wiring in this apartment sucks.
I don't know. I'm literally. I don't know if anybody can see behind me. Nah, it's too bright. I'm literally in the boonies.
Yeah, there's that window. Whenever you do your videos and stuff, it's so bright from that window. It's crazy.
I know, but if I close it, then it's like really dark in here. So that's why I turn the lamp on. That's the south-facing windows. Why I want to thinking I want to move it again, but it's so cluttered in here now from my son moving home, and I got all my craft stuff in here now, and we started cleaning the garage over the weekend though, so it's going to take a long time.
All right. Well, what do you say we do a sprint? Maybe my internet will. Yeah, sure. What's up?
I was going to say, before we start, does anyone have any specific questions? Because once we get focused, it's kind of hard to
yeah, well, we're going to do so after the sprint is over. We'll go back to comments, but during the sprints, yeah, we won't have much to say.
Yeah. And if I make faces or you see my lips moving or my eyebrows moving, I tend to act out the scene. So just ignore the facials. I nod and I do, whatever the characters are doing.
We'll give it a couple minutes, and if nobody has any questions, then we'll do a sprint, and hopefully my internet will catch up.
Yeah, do like 10 to 15 minute sprints because we get too hyper focused. I'm gonna get some more coffee, y'all.
Okay, I was gonna do a 20, but since we are not using timers, we can do anytime we want.
Yeah, look at that. Make up our own rules. Be back in 2 seconds.
Okay, go ahead.
Didn't really leave it up, did I?
I'm not seeing any questions come up. So if any come up while we're sprinting, guys, I will come back to it. As soon as Lynn gets back, we'll start a sprint, and hopefully we can get some work done.
I'm here. My favorite mug is full, so I have to keep refilling this tiny little thing.
Oh. I turned off the Wi-Fi on my laptop, so hopefully maybe that'll make it go a little faster so it's not getting used so much.
Yeah, you're like Max Hedren. You're like, dirt. Do you know who that is?
No. Do I ever know who it is when you reference somebody?
I did a visitation the other night, and it was long, and my feet were killing me. I was like, "Whoo, my dogs are barking." And this little girl just looked at me, and I'm not talking like baby. I'm talking like a teenager, 16, 17, 18. I had no idea what that meant.
Okay, I'm gonna set up the banner here and we'll get started. Ready?
Yeah, I'm bringing my script down a little bit. Yep.
Okay, here we go. Time.
Does it have to be? Good morning, Nicole. Sorry, my mic is moved. Nikki came in while we were writing.
Hi, Nikki. Thanks for joining.
Was I supposed to do a word count?
How'd you do?
Don't know. Hold on a second. I will tell you.
Well, you don't have to, but
I was going to say you cut me off in the middle of a sentence. Hold on.
Just give us a basic idea. You don't have to be specific.
Okay. 621 words.
Good. That's good for 15 minutes. Words. I got basically nothing.
Cherry, I do that. When I have a character in my head, I'll go through like Google and stuff until I find the perfect person. I send them to Genevieve all the time. Nice to meet you too, Nikki. I'm Lynn Howard, in case you don't know me.
That's interesting. I've seen a lot of authors do mood boards, but I don't know if I've ever seen anybody do character boards before.
On Pinterest, there's quite a few on Pinterest.
I'd be interested in seeing one. Like, is it on Pinterest or is it like they do with the mood boards where it's not just on their computer?
Thank you, Nikki. I appreciate that. Yeah, Cherry,
you're ahead of me in the comments.
Cherry, I tend to find the character because it helps me get. I see them in my head and I hear their voice and I know their mannerisms. Like I'll text Jen. Oh my gosh, like 11 o'clock at night, I'll hear their voice and I'll text her. But excuse me, I'm like burping up coffee. But I need to see their face too. So I'll sit and I'll scroll through Google, and it's taken me sometimes quite a while. Or somebody will pop on TV or on Facebook or something, and oh, that's that person. So I always have it saved somewhere in my files, with the character's name underneath it. I've never done an actual board. I can't say that. In one of my other pen names, I had a whole thing of the characters' faces. Yeah, Pinterest
on Pinterest and on the computer. I've never tried that. I probably should. Okay, back to Nikki, since you were ahead of me. Nice to meet you too, Nikki. Thank you for subscribing. If you want to subscribe to Lynn's channel, her link is in the description.
She found it. Nikki, I also have a podcast called The Hot Mess Writer's Life, Help for the Indie Author. And my channel, my YouTube is mainly like tips and like vlogs because I love to watch vlogs. My podcast is tips and help for the indie author. And if there's ever a question, Genevieve and I are both in. Well, actually, she's got. When is your start? The 6th?
5th, Friday.
5th. So we both have our Facebook groups as well. It's just Hot Mess Writer's Life. I look dead sexy this morning. I gotta tell you.
Since you brought it up, my podcast is about the emotion behind books. I was originally going to do something about writing tips and stuff, but there's so many podcasts out there that I just figured it would be basically me just repeating what everybody else was saying. So I decided to focus on the emotion of books. And if you want to join my Facebook group, I don't have it in the description here, but it's pretty easy. You can just go Emotional Quill Podcast Facebook group. There is a question up for not this coming episode, but the following one about what books make you cry. And if you would like your answer on the podcast, you can comment on there.
Nikki, you host live streams too?
Good. I will subscribe to your channel when we get off of here.
I love supporting each other. I've never been one of those authors where, oh my gosh, they wrote one book and they're already a bestseller. I get so excited for people. I really do. I don't care if I never make a 6-digit income. I get so excited for everybody, for every step that we take, especially if you're like me and Jen are completely awkward introverts, getting out of our buffer zone. We've had to like walk each other through this. The way I'm looking is so weird.
Yeah, I know. I keep looking at you instead of at the camera.
Yeah, well, I'm looking at you, and then I'm looking at, because my comments are over here, but it looks like I'm looking. It looks like I'm looking at you.
Yeah,
I'm looking at the comments.
Yeah, mine are on to the right.
Me too, Nikki.
I'm actually looking really. looking forward to all the nano videos.
Yeah, I'm a rebel too because I was already over 22,000 words when I started. But I did that. Genevieve and I already talked about it. I did that because I'm expecting this to be longer than my normal books. And if it hits before I hit the 50,000, I'll work on something else.
Well, it's also your first nano, so
I'm going to be out of town. I'll see if I can pop in. We're going to be in a 52 Chevy truck, so I don't know if I'll be able to hear it, but I'll try to pop on.
I'll be there.
Yeah, it is my first ever nano. I've been writing for 11 years, I think, and it's my first NaNoWRIMO ever.
I'll be there on your live stream, Nikki, because Fridays and Mondays are my writing days, so I will definitely
I'll try
be there.
to be. We're going to Dyersburg, Tennessee for the last car show of the season.
Well, I realized as we were sprinting, I never actually explained what I was working on. So for Nano, I'm working on a dark romance, which anybody who has watched my videos knows that. Right now, it's called Unloving You, but I may actually change that. I've been considering changing the title and the cover, so we'll see. It's basically, to give a general idea, it's about how the one that got away should have stayed away.
I like that.
During that sprint, I basically got nothing. I just set up my chapter 1 header because yesterday, as I was falling asleep, actually, I decided to take this in a little bit of a different direction, like the beginning of it. Originally, I was just going to jump into the main plot of the story, but I actually decided I'm going to start in the past when he was the one that got away. So I'm kind of don't know where I'm going just yet.
Hi, Tina. Welcome, welcome. Why does it pop up on the screen so slow when it's over here?
Because my internet is slow. That's why you're ahead of me. Hi, Tina.
Damn it. I'll host next time and cross it over.
Thank you, Cherry. Yeah, you definitely. I think we need to get you set up to host because my internet is just, and like my internet still suck when you host, so my video is probably still going to be bad quality, but at least like all the comments and stuff will be popping up on time and everything.
Right.
And you can use a timer, and so because the timer is very handy because I kept looking at the clock because without the timer, I had to know what time it was to stop.
And I had my screen up. I wasn't paying attention. Tina, what are you working on for Nano? It's my first Nano.
I don't know if she's doing Nano.
No?
Are you doing Nano, Tina? Because I know you just got your book in the mail.
Ooh. Did you guys see KDP is doing hardcovers now?
I did, and actually I see some authors have posted about them. So far, they seem to be in pretty good quality.
Yeah.
My thing about the hardcovers is my books are not even close to long enough to be a hardcover. So maybe if I eventually write a long book.
Yeah, Gray's Wolf was, you see that? Gray's Wolf was only, what was it, like 55,000? Now, of course, the other books were thicker, but they're not, they're not much thicker. So
yeah,
I might do a box at some point, a box set at some point.
I think yours would be fine.
Whoa, shit.
Even. You okay?
Excuse me. That was a bad idea. I thought my dad
you're okay.
Topple. Okay, I'm just gonna take these down. There's some of my books, guys.
A little too much weight.
No, everything slid apart.
Oh boy.
So this fell. This fell. But my daddy's
Nothing
ashes
broke?
almost fell. Nothing broke, no. My daddy's ashes was what I was worried about. I was scared it was going to spill everywhere.
Well, there you go. There's the statement for today.
For KDP, you're going to pay to print, basically. It's not like Ingram Spark. You have to pay the membership and give them your royalties. Anything, it's $2.99 and up for ebooks. You get 70%. Under $2.99 is 35%. But as far as printing books, you just pay to print it. So like this book, I think was $2.92 to print. Now, I don't know hardback. I have not ordered mine yet. But it's basically the cost to print for the author. So, hello, Justin. Copenhagen Book Fair. Ooh.
You got to slow down with the comments.
Huh?
You got to slow down with reading the comments. I can't keep up.
Oh, sorry.
But hello for me too, Justin.
Did you see Rosalind's Google comment?
I see it now, yeah.
Siri pops
Is that
up
because
on my phone.
Is that because the shelf almost killed Lynn?
Sorry, guys. That was like loud. Everything was falling. All I cared about was my Tanny's ashes.
Actually funny, Rosalind, because I don't know if anybody here has seen the show Castle, but it is now on Hulu, so I have been rewatching it from the beginning. And I have to mute my Alexa when I watch it because his daughter's name is Alexis, and it goes off every time.
That's hilarious. I can be in a conversation, you're like, "Oh, seriously?" And Siri's like, "Yes." No, I didn't say your name.
So, Lynn, if you ever get any really weird comments or anything or text messages from me, it's Alexa's fault.
My husband won't even do Siri.
I don't really use it. I mean, it's there, but I have no reason to use it. Well, you're ahead of me, Rosalind. I mean, I've seen the whole thing, but I'm still on... I believe I just finished 4, which I won't give any spoilers away, but if you know what I mean, it got to that point.
I'm currently binging Vampire Diaries, which is so not something I would normally watch because it's like high school stuff, but I am obsessed with Damon.
How many seasons of that are there?
8, I think. I don't know. I think I'm on
season 6. I was going to say, because I thought you would have been done by now.
Let's see. I think I'm on season 6. Well, no, because, I mean, I don't make Mike watch it. Plus, it's World Series right now. So we've been watching World Series at night. The friggin' Houston won last night. I don't want Dusty Baker to win.
I don't watch sports anymore, so I have absolutely no connection to sports.
I love baseball.
Castle is a good show, Tina. I love Castle. For anybody who's not seen it, it's about a writer, so it's worth watching.
Yeah, I haven't seen that one.
It's good. So he's a writer who is shadowing a cop for inspiration for his books. It's good.
So Nikki, is Legacies Vampire Diaries? Because I saw Alaric was on the screenshot on Netflix. I tried the originals, and I was like, well, I don't even understand what's going on. And then I started watching Vampire Diaries. I'm like, close. Okay, it's spawned off from Vampire Diaries. And I saw Legacies, and it had Alaric's picture. So I'm just wondering. I love Alaric. He's like my favorite. But I kept seeing Ian Somerhalden's picture everywhere, and I'm like, what is the appeal to this guy? Until I watched Vampire Diaries. Now I'm obsessed.
I, as you know, do not like that show.
Justin?
Sci-fi court case drama for a Canadian journal about a who wished to get citizenship. Oh, that's cool.
I love that.
That sounds familiar. Justin, did you say that on somebody else's live stream recently? Because that sounds familiar. I've read that comment already.
Okay, thank you.
It's funny. Most of the author tubers that I've been following are from Canada. It's weird. Like, I don't even know they're from Canada. It's just I subscribe to them, and all of a sudden they say they're from Canada, and it's like, okay. Hi, Quint or Aaron, whichever one it is.
Did you get to Rosalind's comment yet?
What makes me scratch my head about Castle? Right. Yeah, well, it's because he's rich and doesn't have to do anything else. Quint. Okay.
You hate Alaric. Oh, Nikki, I think our friendship just ended. Oh. Yeah, I want him to be my boyfriend.
This conversation reminds me of the Twilight conversation I have to have with people all the time. Everybody keeps talking about team. Yeah, that's what I thought, Justin. Team Edward or Team Jacob, right?
Mm-hmm.
Why does nobody pick Bella's dad?
Charlie. Well, being as I'm older, I was on Charlie.
I always loved him. Actually, I've always loved that actor.
Well, Charlie and Jacob were teenagers, and they were like my kids' ages in that show. So, yeah, no, Charlie. I was all about Charlie.
I mean, if I have to pick between Edward and Jacob, it's going to be Jacob all the time. But Nobody picks Charlie. It's annoying.
You know I'm a shifter girl. You know I'm a shifter girl.
Yeah.
I'm a shifter
Well,
girl.
and okay, they're werewolf shifters and they're Native American. How can you not pick them?
Hello. Seth is the best actor.
Seth is the best character. Okay,
character.
I have to sort of agree with that because I love Seth too. I love all the wolves, honestly, but I love Seth too.
Yeah.
And Alice. Alice, if I had to pick a vampire, it would definitely be Alice. She was my favorite.
Not in the movies so much because her acting was subpar, but in the books, she was adorable. She was adorable.
Well, as a character, not necessarily, the acting, but as a character.
The reason I read those books,
don't you like? Go ahead.
What'd you say?
No, go ahead. Finish what you were saying.
Your mouth was moving, but I didn't see anything or hear anything come out.
Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Okay, finish what you were saying, and then I'll go back to what I was saying.
Oh, the only reason I read those books was my little sister was, a teenager at the time, and she's like obsessed, and you got to read them, you got to read them. So it was a bonding thing. I started like, fine, I'll read it, and then became a twihard. And she and they always released the books around November, December. Her birthday is November 29th. Mine is the 6th of December. So we always went together to see that as like our birthday thing. Boo Boo. I love Boo Boo. I just love him.
And he's the one that was in the Descendants movies, right?
I don't know what that is.
I feel like you don't know the Descendants. We need to renew your Disney subscription so you can watch the Descendants. Awesome movies.
Wait. On baseball last night, behind the batter was a thing, and it said Hawkeye on Marvel. Is this an origin movie that's coming out on Disney, or is it coming out?
No, it's not a movie. It's the shows like WandaVision.
I need Disney back.
Yeah, I know. That's what I'm saying. We need to get Disney back. Thank you, Nikki. That's what I thought. Assuming that comment is for me. And now I've totally forgot what I was going to say. Oh, Twilight. Don't you like the Doctor Vampire too?
Carlisle.
Yeah, Carlisle. You like him, don't you?
Yes, I do. Yes, and it's so funny because the young people are like, I have daddy issues. I'm like, they're my age. So
yeah, that's really cool. Quint, your daughter dressed up as Uma. I love Uma.
I guess I'm going to check that out.
Lynn, okay, to give you a little bit of a background, these are movies about the children of Disney characters, okay?
Oh.
And it's based around 4 of the children of the villains.
Sorry, OCD kicked in. I thought that was crooked. I'm like, what is going
on? So this is based around 4 kids of the villains who go to school with the kids of the nice characters, I guess you could say.
Okay, I kind of love that.
Yeah, they're awesome. The first one it may take you a bit to get into it, but as soon as you get to like midway point, you'll love it.
Cameron Boyce was the kid from Hey Jesse, that show, right?
Yes, he's in the Descendants movies. And the last one was right before he passed.
Yeah, he was.
Yeah, so the last movie was right before he passed away, so it's kind of surreal to watch the last one. But okay, what do you think? Another sprint?
Yeah, let's go. And you want to finish it out around 10:30 because I got to start getting ready for work. I got a job, guys. I've been a full-time writer for a long time, and I got a job, part-time job, at a funeral home, which is so fitting if you know me.
Let's do another 15, and then that way we can come back and read the comments and stuff, and then I might do a third one, but if you have to go, that's fine. We'll see where we are.
For those coming in, we mute our mics so you don't hear the whole time. So we will read the comments when we come back, and my thing pops up so I can't see you guys at all. So we'll see you on the other side. 15, ready?
Yep.
Let's go.
Give me a second to bring up the banner. And go. time.
Eh, eh. I'm coming.
One of the disadvantages to sprints, I think.
You get in your little thing, you know, your little groove.
Yeah.
7:49 for me. Hey, Mom. That's my mama.
206.
Nice.
So I actually wrote this time.
Good.
I'm gonna go back to it.
How did everybody else do?
Cherry said she needs a book with that premise, and I don't remember which premise we were talking about, so I asked her to clarify, but she hasn't responded yet.
Yeah, I don't remember. We talked
and
about
then
it a bit.
Nikki told you about how the actor that played Ravi and Jesse was the one that found Cameron Boyce when he passed away, because I believe he was his roommate.
He had seizures, didn't he?
Yeah, he had epilepsy. And then she also let Devin know, which let me know as well, that there's going to be another live in 30 minutes on the page, so I'm going to go follow that. And she wanted to know if you have any tips for starting a battle scene.
Okay. I'm trying to picture my method in my head as I'm going to say this. So when I know a fight scene's coming up, I kind of step away for a second and I let it play out in my head like a movie. And I've even been known to move my hands as I'm planning it out in my head. Sometimes I'll tell people to close your eyes and type it as you see it as a movie, but you want to make sure that you're showing the battle scenes. You don't want to, of course, telling is okay, but you want to show the battle scenes. You don't want to say Lynn hit Genevieve. Lynn balled her fist, swung it through the air, and made contact with a satisfying crunch. You want to make sure that every time you do a battle scene, a fight scene, an action scene, that it's so realistic that they can feel what the author is doing at all times. And I hope that answered your questions. If it didn't, let me know.
It's funny you should say that, because look what I responded.
Close your eyes. Yeah, when I know there's a big fight scene, I'll wash the dishes, watch a YouTube, and I'll let it play through my head so that I can see it as detailed as possible. And then I come back.
It's really kind of ironic that she asked that question, because in the beginning of the sprint, I don't know if anybody noticed, but I actually had my eyes closed, because that was how I figured out how I was going to start the scene.
Yeah, did you see me sit back and kind of look down? I was picturing.
I didn't, but
yeah, we have.
And then, like you said, your mom popped in.
Oh, the author that works part-time in the
Nikki,
mortuary. So that's what the premise was.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that actually does sound like a good idea. Maybe you should make that one of your short stories instead of a whole book.
Not a bad idea. He escorts them home.
And Nikki, I appreciate you helping there, commenting about had our mics muted.
Yeah, because I pull my screen up to write and I don't see anything, and I get so in the zone, especially when I have limited time to write. Yeah, I love writing action scenes and fight scenes too. I'm coming up on one.
Did you do a video about? I want to know, Quent, did you do a video about action scenes yet? Because I think you probably should if you haven't.
Yeah,
all right. So, like we said, if you guys sprinted during that time, let us know how you did, how many words you got in. Or if there's any other questions, like Nikki asking about how to write a battle scene, feel free to ask them.
Exactly, Nikki. That's what I said before. I love to help. Because when I started my journey, we didn't have a bunch of these Facebook pages, and there weren't a whole lot of YouTube videos, and I did no research. I did no research at all. My first book I ever released, which is not available anymore, I didn't have it edited. I didn't know what I was doing. So I love to help. I love cheering people on. I want every single author to be a best-selling author. Everybody.
It's funny you should talk about research, considering how often I say that in my videos. And I've been researching for this book this week by highlighting.
Oh, I like that. What is that?
It's a dark romance. It's inside the minds of angry and controlling men, since my book is a dark romance.
Yeah, I don't need that. I lived that life for 7 years.
Well, I was trying to get some of like the psychological statistics about them. Yes, you should, Quint. Make a video. Chop chop. You guys got to do more.
I got it. Does everybody have YouTube channels? Because I'll definitely go follow you guys.
It sounds like most of them do, but
you know, it's funny.
Haven't specified.
As long as you and I've been doing this, I still go and watch people's YouTube channels, especially vlogs. I love author vlogs. I love author vlogs.
Oh yeah, I can't even tell you how many. I can't even tell you how many authors I'm subscribed to now. Like I've lost track of how many I'm subscribed to, and I'm really looking forward to the nano videos. But I'm also worried that I'm never going to be able to catch up.
You know what I do is I watch them when I'm eating my lunch or making dinner things. Sometimes I'm not watching; I'm listening. But
well, I have a smart TV in this room too, so I'm able to put them on the TV while I'm working. Before we get to the other comments, I just want to mention Quint and Aaron, because it's two people. I really feel like they need to, I don't know if you've ever watched their videos, but I really feel like they need a podcast because the way that they talk to each other, everything is so entertaining. I really feel like they need a podcast.
Nikki, I feel like it made me who I am. So, but thank you. And plumeria is one of my favorite scents. Cherry, well, I don't know if that's your real name, but I'm sorry. I'm jumping.
That's okay. I'm just saying. That's okay. Was going to say, well, that's still progress. Finding that out.
Well, last time she did this, I was doing admin work and research because I wasn't writing. I was doing admin work and research. So.
And Cherry's just starting with writing, so she's just learning.
There are so many YouTube channels and so many podcasts. One of my favorite podcasts that I've been listening to, and I've been known to re-listen to, Six Figure Authors is one of my favorites. Self-Publishing Advice Podcast, Sell More Books Show, The Shit No One Tells You About Writing and Novel Marketing, and then, of course, The Creative Pen. Joanna Penn. But those are some of my favorite podcasts that I listen to in the shower, when I'm cleaning, cooking, whatever. But yeah, YouTube, there's a wealth of knowledge now compared to when we all started, because I'm a little older.
And I also listen to the Rebel Author and Big Gay Fiction and Big Gay Author and yours, of course, Hot Mess Writer's Life. I have others on my list too, but I haven't gotten to them yet. And Devin said he put our live in his playlist for the day. Thank you.
Thanks.
Justin says he doesn't even have a mobile phone, let alone a Facebook or a YouTube. Hey, sometimes that's a thing.
That's not a bad thing. I gotta tell you, when I've left my phone at home, it's kind of nice.
And Quint is laughing at me, probably about the podcast. I seriously think you guys need a podcast. I'm just saying.
I'm gonna have to check it out now. So it's two people, Quint and Aaron.
Yeah, they write together.
Okay.
Devin says he still lives in the 80s.
Devin, listen, I live in the 50s. If you saw my house, I don't look like it, but if you saw my house, I live in the 50s.
Quint's being characters. I'm telling you, I love their videos, but their banter is like podcast perfect. They really need to start one.
Hell yeah, I'll listen to it. It's never enough.
Justin began writing in 1986. Wow. That was 2 years before I was born.
Shut up. God, I was 10. No, I always joke about I started writing in kindergarten because I rewrote the end of Charlotte's Web. And I didn't know what immortality was, but Charlotte didn't die and she lived forever and ever and ever. But I've dabbled in short stories and stuff my whole life. But I didn't start my professional career until about, I think it's been 11 years now. I always wrote. In fact, I have a girlfriend. Check this out. I have a girlfriend. We were best friends in like 7th grade. So we've known each other since 7th grade. We had a notebook and we would plaster it with like things we'd cut out of magazines. And we would write short stories. And I would write and I'd give it to her in the hallway. And then she would write. We pass it. She kept them. She still has them. And I can't tell you how many times I said suddenly and all of a sudden. So yeah, you might have to scan those and send them to me. I want to see them. I want to read them. I can't believe she kept them. You know how long ago 7th grade was for me?
Cherry says she's going to check out those podcasts. And Nicole gave us a suggestion for a podcast. Charlie Dorset. I will have to put that on my list. And she also put down the YouTube channel.
Check that out.
And Devin called himself a dinosaur.
Well, he turned 11 in 86, so we're about the same age because I turned 10.
I was born in 88, so I'm not that much older or younger. So yeah, I don't know if you heard, but
15 years younger.
I got 206 words. So basically, I wrote the opening of chapter 1 and their descriptions. So It was something.
Yeah, I don't know if you guys saw me pick stuff up. Well, I can't now because I got a stack of books from the avalanche, but I was referring to my notebook, which I need to go add some more details because I don't know how old one of the characters is. But I know they're old.
Well, that's not good.
Well, like centuries old, but he's not the main character for this one, so. What?
Mobile phone payment, and I couldn't get into. Wow.
What?
Even I'm not that reliant on my cell phone, and I do work on it and everything.
That's always been one of the things that I hear people say is they are scared it's going to be bad or they don't have time. If you truly want to write, you're going to find. I got up crack of dawn this morning so that I could be ready to do this. I'm tired. I'm always tired. But it's going to be crap. Especially your first draft of your first book ever. It's going to be crap. I say that on my podcast. It's going to be crap. You got to keep pushing through. So I'm glad you kept going.
And let me add to that, Cherry. I had that issue when I first started too. And I actually wrote 2 books that were not self-published that were basically crap and got stolen from me through a publisher. So it took me a while to want to actually write again. But if you focus on the fact that you enjoyed writing rather than the craft of writing and then go back and change it afterward, you're going to enjoy it a lot more than if you focus on, oh, I need to do this perfectly so that I could get it published. And by the way, there is no such thing as the word perfect. Take the word perfect right out of your vocabulary because it's not attainable. You can get it as perfect as possible, but there is no such thing as perfection. I think he's the same age as me. Cool. Well, then we probably have a lot in common. 18th of this month, Wellesley birthday. Mine is not until January, but Europe has digitized everything. Yeah, but come on, toilets, seriously?
That is
weird. I mean, you could digitize everything, but not toilets.
That is weird. Oh, happy birthday early,
all right.
Nikki.
Do you want to do one last sprint, or do you need to go and get ready for work?
I got to get ready for work, but if I get done in time, I'll pop back over.
Okay.
Okay.
Yep,
I'll see you guys, maybe. You want me to mute mine?
I'll do it. Don't worry about it.
Well, until I come.
I can mute you from this end.
But do you want me to mute it until I come back? So when you come back on, I'm not unmuted?
I can mute you from this side and unmute you when I see you.
Okay, cool. Bye, guys.
Justin used to write sci-fi, but now reality has caught up on the genre, so I've begun writing mystery novels. Oh, I love mystery novels. Are they flat-out mystery novels, like detective novels, or is there like a twist to them? What kind of mystery are you doing? I'm gonna wait a little bit, see if you guys have any other comments or questions, and then we'll hop into a sprint. And I'll probably set it up for like a 20-minute sprint, and then if Lynn pops in, she can write a little bit. For anybody who does not subscribe to my channel, I've been self-publishing for over 10 years now. Don't have as many books out as you would think for that period of time, but that's because, well, 2 things. I don't write very fast. but I also had to take like a 3-year hiatus because I had what I consider to be writer's block for quite a while, to the point where I almost quit. So yeah, I don't have that many. I have about, well, with the one coming out in January and with one under a pen name, I have about 11. So, well, Cherry, how old are you? If you don't mind me asking, you don't have to answer if you feel uncomfortable. $25? Well, that's not that young. I mean, come on, I'm turning 34 in January, so you're not even 10 years younger than me. Based on real events mostly. For instance, my latest novel is about the enigmatic disappearance of young teenagers. Interesting. I like really good disappearance mysteries. I love murder mysteries, but I don't feel it always has to be a murder. So sometimes I really just like the concept of missing people, or even just the mystery of something going on in the town. I mean, if a murder comes into place after that, then great. But if the murder is not the central point of the plot, it still works. Among them is a girl who vanishes from a bus while it drives. Whoa, that's interesting. I'm going to have to read that when you publish it. Going back to your comment, Justin, about how reality has caught up to fantasy or sci-fi. While that's true, in a way, I feel like you could probably, because reality has caught up so much, I think you could probably get away with coming up with some really bizarre thing, science fiction wise, that hasn't been, isn't actually a thing right now, and get away with it. Like, I feel like there's no limitation to what you could come up with in sci-fi right now, just because reality has caught up so much. During the investigation, we learned about the odd lives of the kids and their strange families. Oh, I love that. I absolutely love that. And then I'd be curious to know, do each kid know about the other kids' secrets and their strange families, or is it something they're learning as they go? All right, guys, I'm going to do one more sprint. We're going to set it for 20 minutes. Whether we go the whole 20 minutes or not depends. We may have to turn it off and say goodbye to Lynn if she has to get going for work. But we're going to get it started. Sorry for hearing the typing. I just got to fix the banner, and we're going to get going. So good luck to all, and I'll see you in a little bit. All right, how did everyone do? I actually got 374 words that time, so much better sprint for me. Let me know how you guys did on your projects. And then once we go through comments, we're probably going to get off of here. Lynn has to go to work, and unfortunately, I have some household stuff to do before I can do any more writing. Life would be so much easier if we didn't have that stuff. Household stuff, grocery shopping, you know, the little stuff that we really don't want to do. It'd be so much easier if we didn't have to. Yeah, you know, when I used to do Pinterest, I thought that way too. My thing was finding too many, like, especially if you put in a broad topic like sunflowers. So many different things come up that you can't really pick one. I used to, when I was on Pinterest, I used to save things for like wedding aesthetics, and I went crazy. I wasn't even getting married. I'm never getting married. I mean, I'm not right now. I'm probably never going to, but yeah, I love looking at wedding aesthetic pictures, and I went nuts. I haven't been on Pinterest forever. Justin got approximately 300 words. WordPad. I don't think I have ever heard of WordPad, but you know, approximate amount is just fine. Sometimes not paying attention to your word count is probably better. Bye, Quint. Thanks for joining. I think we had a couple people hop on, but nobody said hi. So if you're here, please say hi. Let me know what you're working on. We pretty much are finished with our sprints, but I'm happy to chat a little bit and answer some questions. You'll see that Lynn is not in her viewfinder, and that's because she's getting ready for work. She may pop in before we hop off of here, but we don't know for sure. Not finding the right vibe. You do. Oh, Justin, take a picture. That's got to be beautiful. And at 4:41, that's interesting. Are you expecting a storm or anything today? Here is, I don't know if you can hear the crows out there. I had to open my window because it got too hot in this room. But it's kind of overcast. I'm not sure whether it's going to rain or not, but there's definitely clouds. I plan on doing a live pretty much once a week this month. I do have them all scheduled, so if you want to go and set reminders, feel free. There is an actual playlist for lives now. Lynn and I were going to do another one on the 19th. I may cancel that one and have us do it from her page just because it seems like this runs a lot slower when there's two of us, and that's not fair to you guys. So pay attention if you hit a reminder for the 19th. If you see that it's canceled, it doesn't necessarily mean it's flat out canceled. We may end up doing it from Lynn's channel. And if that's the case, I will probably put it on my Instagram that we're switching over to her channel. So if you want to follow me on Instagram, it's just at author Genevieve Scholl. And you can look on my YouTube channel for my spelling of my name. Dark clouds at Devin's house. Nicole is letting everybody, well, letting Devin, but pretty much letting everybody know that Bonnie is live. Okay, is her actual YouTube name Bonnie being Bonnie? Because I'll follow her as well. Not expecting, well, that's good. Reside in a cottage, the forest, like, oh, that sounds beautiful. Denmark. Wow. I don't think I've ever connected with anybody from Denmark. So welcome. Nicole's Instagram is Writing with Nicole. Okay, I'm going to follow you on there as well, because I don't always see things on YouTube until last minute. I will follow you on Instagram. And yes, it's Bonnie Being Bonnie is her name. Okay, I'll follow her on YouTube. I want to try to follow as lives as I can, even if it's during my work day, because it just helps me with productivity. So. And the lives that I have set up for the month are all on Fridays. I was originally going to do, instead of Friday the 22nd, I was going to do Monday the 29th. But addled brain that I have, I had already set it up for the 22nd, and so I didn't want to switch it to the 29th. So we're just going to do all Fridays. I may do some pop-up lives on Mondays. It depends on what I'm working on. Yes, I agree, Cherry. There is something magical about that name. It's very nice. And it sounds beautiful just from the description. But if you guys are going to see anything from me live-wise, it's going to be on Mondays and Fridays because those are my writing days. I also write on the weekend, but I live with people, so I don't usually go live on the weekends. And I post my regular videos on Tuesdays and Thursdays. The week of the 15th, is it the 15th? Yeah, the 15th. I'm going to be posting 3 videos, Tuesday, Thursday, and Friday. So Thursday is going to be a book review for a book that I got an advanced copy of. And then my regular vlog will be on Friday that week, which will be the 19th, the day that we're supposed to go live. And I think we're going to get close to getting off here. So if you have any last minute comments, feel free to comment. I will let you know that you can subscribe to my YouTube channel. If you want to subscribe to Lynn's YouTube channel, her link is in the description. You can follow me on Instagram. Like I said, it's just at author Genevieve Scholl. My podcast starts on Friday the 5th. That is going to be exclusively on Spotify. May eventually be distributed to the other ones, but right now it's going to be exclusively Spotify. And that is about the emotion behind books. So if you'd like to listen to that, I'd love to have you. This Friday is just an introductory episode. The first actual episode will be on the 19th. And you can join me when you listen to the first episode, the introductory episode. You can find all the links for the Facebook group, the Patreon that is attached to it, and more. Because I'd like, some interactive stuff with my listeners. So that's going to be happening mostly in the Facebook group. And then I think that's it. I'm also on Facebook if you'd like to add me on Facebook. But more often than not, I post all my writing stuff on Instagram. So you're more likely to see that there. Most of my Facebook is pictures of cats and stuff like that. But most of the good stuff is on Instagram. And I think that's everything from me. If you'd like to get early access to some things or exclusive content to other things, you can support me on Patreon. It's just www.patreon.com/Genevieve Scholl. There is a tier for the podcast, a tier for YouTube, and a tier for my author stuff. And if you support me with the highest tier, then you get everything. It includes all content from the previous 2 tiers as well. So I guess I will see you guys next week for my solo live, which is on Friday. And good luck with Nano, and happy writing, and happy November. I'll see you guys later. Bye.